Gaby, the Love Trifecta coach, helping couples get what they both want by bringing more play, peace, and passion to their marriage. Thanks for being here today. It is New Topic Tuesday, and right now we're actually in, I think, the second of 8 weeks in a series of our topics, and it's the season of play, right? The season of play is actually 12 weeks. But within the season of play, we're launching the wheels to a wonderful relationship. You may have seen the blog from last week, Wheels to a Wonderful Relationship. Maybe you checked out the Ways of Being wheel to generate your way of being. If you're in a conflict, you can hit that wheel and that wheel will spin. And then we launched the Fights Clean Before wheel. So all the things you can do to invest in your couple culture well before any conflict ever starts. And this week is the third wheel, and we're talking about how to keep the sex dirty. And of course, by dirty, I mean in the best way possible. The good kind of dirty, the good kind of naughty, right? So how to keep the sex dirty before. So again, this is before the seduction even begins. If you've been following any of our content, you know that it's how to keep the fights clean and how to keep the sex dirty. But timing is everything. So we look at before, as it starts, during, and after. Because you can imagine if you used a tool that was for well after a conflict and you tried to use it in the middle of a conflict, it might not go so well. Right? So it's a good idea to separate what tools to use when. That's why we do it. And we wanted to bring some fun by letting you spin these wheels. Now, we didn't create the technology for better love of the wheels. It's called Wheels of Names, and you can create your own wheels, change the colors, the bells and whistles, what does it do at the end, what sounds do you hear when it spins. There's so many different factors. Now, we like to be playful throughout the year, but especially in the season of play, which is from May 15th until August 14th, it's all about play. How can we bring play to sex? How can we bring play to money? How can we bring play to conflict? This doesn't mean being just frivolous and all of that. It certainly doesn't mean being sarcastic. If you have to say, or if your beloved has to say, I was just joking, then it really wasn't very funny. So we want to actually bring some lightness, some play. I was in a training program once where they would call play give and take without intent. So you're like, let's put a little here. Oh, that didn't work. Well, let's try this. Oh, I don't know. What about trying this? Well, maybe for every 3 times we do this, we could do this, right? You're just playing a game, what I like to call the EBI game, the even better if. You're holding all as well. We have a pretty good relationship. We've gotten here, haven't we? And how could it be even better? Now, if you find yourself in a bit of a relationship ditch right now, it's understandable. It happens. You're human, and life is stressful, especially these days. So don't blame your beloved, blame yourself, blame your relationship. Don't blame at all. Let go of blame. Shift from the blame to the game, right? Not the blame game. And really bring some intentionality and some play to creating a relationship that just thrives with more play, peace, and passion all the time. So I want to show you one of these wheels, right? So let me turn my camera around. I've got it pulled up on my laptop here. So here, right, is the wheel. This wheel is the For Better Love, Sex Dirty Before wheel. And each one of these is a tool for keeping the sex dirty before. So let's spin the wheel, see what we get. Oh, I got to turn the sound on. Especially in a second. I love what it does. Woo! What we get? Live the Love Trifecta. Love it. Love Trifecta is the play, peace, and passion that I was talking about. Because if you have a playmate, if you have a lover, and you have a sanctuary, that's the play, the peace, and the passion, then you've got everything. You've got the love trifecta. You know, the trifecta means like they want it all. They want the big 3. Those are the big 3. And in winning those big 3 by creating more play, peace, and passion in your relationship, by cultivating all of those, right? Because if you're practicing about bringing more play and you're practicing about bringing more peace, those are automatically going to blow the wind in your sails towards things being more passionate as well. It's hard to focus on passion and creating things to be, keeping them hot and spicy between you when there's a lot of conflict or when things are just dull and boring and there's no play between you. So the love trifecta, as applied to how to keep the sex dirty before, is really about being well-rounded in your relationship. You know, John Gottman talks about the measures for what are the top factors in a relationship. And one of those is doing new things on your own and together. So that's one way you might bring some play to live in the love trifecta, is to make a list of things that you've never done before that you might have a hankering to do, either on your own or together. Probably a little both would be good, so that you're just stimulating that newness, right? All right, let's do another one and see what else we've got for Fights Clean Dirty before it starts. We do also have a blog out this week that'll talk about that topic, also in the category of how to keep the sex dirty before. But let's spin the wheel one more time. Okay, spinning the wheel. Let's see what we get. Second time around. Ding, 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 ding. Survey says, what's it say? Oh, look at this. They really want us to live the love trifecta. How funny. That's never happened. I've gotten the same 2 in a row. Well, maybe I'll just have to add more tips. If you get the same thing twice in a row, maybe that's really bringing your focus to that. Okay, so let me share with you about the blog this week, right? It's a fun game. It's about playing the kissing game. Have you ever heard me talk about the kissing game before? I love this kissing game. Raj and I take most of our showers together, the first shower of the day, usually. And we call it our Sundra Conference Center. We do some of our best talking in there. And we like to create games or habits that we do that start in the shower, because we already have the habit of taking a shower together. So if we say we're going to do something in the shower, if we want to do something habitually every morning, it's a good idea to do it in the shower. So we decided that we're going to play this game. We played this game in the Season of Peace a while back, and we would kiss each other in the shower and say forever. And then we modified it after the Season of Peace when we started in on the Season of Passion. And right now it's the season of play, but we're just talking about passion in general because it's the topic this week on how to keep the sex dirty before. And that's to invest in intimacy on a regular basis. And one of those games to play is Name That Kiss. I don't know if you remember the show, Name That Tune, but it's kind of a play on that, Name That Kiss. And so either Raj or myself will say, name that kiss. And the other person says, I'd like a 2-second kiss on my lips, soft, and a 2-second kiss on my ear. Or I'd like a 3-second lower lip nibble. Or I'd like a hover kiss. We have all these different kinds of kisses, however you want them. And so one person says, name that kiss, the other person who's going to be receiving the kiss. And of course you can pass. Consent is not only required, it's hot. But when you say name that kiss, it's an invitation like, hey, want to play a game? And then they could say if they're not really feeling, because sometimes someone might not want a kiss coming close at them. It might be that they offer you their hand or their ankle or whatever, or just I'd prefer, a deep bow or whatever it is if you don't want to be touched. Some people love to be touched. It's their love language. For some people, especially if they're not feeling great, it can be feel a bit intrusive. Next month we're going to be talking about the introverts and the extrovert couples and how to have habits for those. And this is one of those dynamics that is very common in a relationship, to have one person feel like the abandoned person, like if you cared, you'd lean in, and the other person to be more the engulfed, like, oh, I just need some space. And so those people who just need some space, there's nothing wrong, it's just a different type and a different perspective and a different experience and a different way of what's comfortable for them. So if that happens, respect their needs and their differences and their preferences. That's the best way to go. Okay, so I want to tell you about this blog. Let me hit escape on this because I want to be able to see it. This is the kissing game. And if you're looking for the blog, it's called the 60-Second Habit for Easy Access to Awesome Intimacy. So I'll call it out, or Raj, the other person, goes ahead and says what the kiss is, and then the person who called out what they initially named that kiss will actually give them that kiss, right? That's one way of doing that. So one of my mentors in the past, Skip Downing, he teaches faculty all over the country on how to create awesome experiences that leave students impacted and holding on to the content. He's just such a great guy. But he used to say all the time, how can you use and adapt this? How can you use and adapt this? So this is the kissing game. I've given you two examples. One of we just kiss and then we say forever. And another when we say name that kiss. Now, what kind of games could you make up? It doesn't even have to be about kissing. But what could you do day to day? You know, they say foreplay is 24/7. So if you're cultivating a passionate relationship in your marriage, or just if you're not married in your relationship, what might you do? What works for you? What works for your beloved? What are the best times a day? What can you do in 15 seconds or 5 minutes so it doesn't take a long time? And what can you have be a playful, proactive habit so that you're investing in intimacy little by little, day by day, and not waiting for the big event or so a whole bunch of time, especially if you have kids, you likely don't have a whole lot of time. So thanks for being here today. Thanks for watching. It is New Topic Tuesday. I'm Gabby, the Love Trifecta Coach, helping couples get more of what they both want by bringing more play, peace, and passion to their marriage. You can find me at forbetter.love. Reach out or DM me here and let me know what you want to hear more about. As I mentioned, the first Wednesday of every month, we have a free masterclass. So join us for that next one on the healthy habits for introvert-extrovert couples. And please reach out, DM me, let me know what you want to see more of. Now, it is still also wedding season, and we're doing a lot of the vows visioning. So if you're getting married or know someone who is, please reach out. The free offering of that masterclass and the replay and the free playbook is now passed, but it's still available to get the vows visioning with personalized support. So here's to you, creating more play, peace, and passion in your marriage and your relationship. And I will see you on Saturday for Go Ask Gaby. Bring your questions and let me know what you want to hear more about. Bye-bye.